Well, all right, guys, what do you think?
All right, that's nice.
Good.
Excellent,
Nice.
excellent.
Have you ever seen yourself on video before?
Yeah,
Amateur video,
Yeah, we've taped
Nothing
some of our own gigs
as
just to
decent as this.
get an idea of
It's like a big wide
what we
shot
look
of seeing
like,
what's
yeah,
happening.
basically. Not with all
Yeah.
this fancy editing.
yeah.
Well, I had a great time. It was fun editing your stuff, especially the feet. I like the feet.
You like the
were
feet,
cool,
huh?
yeah. Happy feet.
He does
Listen,
that while he's talking, too.
huh?
Watch him
You
while
get
he's
him now.
talking.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
next
Tell me
time-
something about the band. Tell me something, good or bad about the band. An interesting story there.
Well, well, recently, made a gig. I was phoned by a club owner, and he said, "Hey, we're having this great battle of the bands type situation, and we're interested in your band playing." So we get there about 8 o'clock or so, and the person that was supposed to be in charge of the whole thing wasn't even there. So I took it upon myself to pretty much, talk to all the bands and decide who was going to go on when. So we decided to ask for volunteers for who wanted to go on first, because we assumed it was from 9 to 12, so the first band we thought would go on at 9. Well, you know what they say about never assume? It's very true. So what had happened was we let the one band go on first, and then the other 3 bands, it was a 4-band deal, we all drew numbers who would go on first, second, third, and fourth, and just so happened that we happened to draw fourth. Well, what had happened was by the time we got on, it was about 1:15 in the morning on a Monday night.
And the 2 thing.
And it was advertised, right, from 9 to 12. Well, we were misinformed and whatnot. The worst part about it was when the last band was breaking down and we were setting up, somebody decided to spray pepper gas on the stage.
Inside the
and-
club?
Yeah.
Inside
in the club,
Yeah, inside
right,
the club.
up in the stage area. So what had happened was, I don't know if
And you guys were on stage?
well,
As we were
before we
setting
were
up.
getting ready to play. So what had happened was, I don't know if you've ever smelled pepper gas before, but it really chokes you up, and
Start
if you
choking
can't
it.
breathe, it's kind of hard to sing too.
Yeah, really.
So, the whole scenario, the 1:15 in the morning, the pepper gas, and
We all have day jobs too, so
Yeah,
it's
it was- yeah.
kind
Wow.
of tough getting up at
yeah, it was tough
Non-paying
for all these
gigs.
guys.
The next
too.
day's work.
Right.
Oh, them old non-paying
Non-paying
gigs.
Monday
yeah.
night gigs. So
Exactly. So it was really a nightmare.
So
but,
what'd you do?
Livid.
You have to go through these things, though. You don't know till you actually do something like that and find out what it's all about. Because you never know who's going to be in the crowd. There could be a record promoter or an A&R person that's really interested in your band. So no matter what, you have to make the best of the situation. So I guess that's what I'm really trying to say. But these things do happen.
Tell the people about something about how it feels to be in competition with the cover bands versus the original bands. Like something like the situation that you were in.
Okay, anyone want to take this? I mean, I was always in all original bands.
Yeah.
Paul, you
Well,
can
as
take
far
this
as the
one, too.
cover bands, there's more established bands that have been established through the years. And I think there's so much competition right now that it's difficult to even get a following. There are certain bands that have names, that have been around for a long time. They have it together as a business, They have payrolls, they have health insurance or whatever. It's a business to them. And there's so many bands that it's difficult. It's difficult to break through and to get steady gigs in good rooms with good pay. It doesn't matter how long you rehearse. Doesn't matter how good you are. You can keep punching away at it, but it is difficult. I think it's more difficult now than
You know,
than
give you an
it's
idea,
been. Yeah.
of how it is. I mean, I always played in all original bands for like 15 years. So the fact that I had, we wanted to go cover just goes to show there's really just nothing happening on the original thing. Something like this is very, very important for local musicians and local bands out there. It didn't cost us anything, and it's exposure. And it's something that somebody out there can see something and see the original band. There still is an effort in original music. It's just that where do you go? You need money, you need some backing, and the whole bit. Following with your music. You guys,
Right. We're not trying to knock the original circuit. The approach we took was we looked at it from a business perspective, and what we did was we said, all right, playing Tuesday night at the Barbary for 12 people just ain't happening, all right? You're not hitting a big market. So why don't we get cover songs together, play some of the bigger rooms for 200 and 300 people, and implement our cover material and our original material into it, so we would reach a larger market. That way, you can get a following. People start getting familiar with your material. When you play there on a regular basis, they start requesting your original stuff. If they like it, they're going to ask for it. If they don't ask for it, man, maybe they don't like it. But you have to reach a large market of people.
Well, I had a
That's
girl
coming from.
I had a band on here a couple weeks ago, and she said a beautiful line that, you know, if everybody out there could hear our song 3 or 4 times in a row, they'd probably get to like it just like the other stuff on the radio. And I think inside music today, we're all going to work for that, because I know I got, you know, all of us guys we're getting to be like a little army here of original bands, and that's what you need, because and to break through all this stuff is going to be tough enough as it is, but with everybody's help together, I think we can swing the people around to start listening to original music. And like I told you off camera, without original music, there's no DJs, no radio station, no nothing.
Right. Nobody has a job.
The music has to come from somewhere,
Right.
whether it's from us, whether it's from other bands in the area. New music has to come from someplace. I mean, you have classic rock stations, you have college stations, which cater more to like alternative and newer
Well,
music.
it's like somebody had to take the chance to become
But yeah,
classic rock.
but the music
you know?
has to come
Somebody,
from
yeah.
someplace. Has to
Um,
be originated.
Is there anything you want to tell the people out there? Feel free.
Down the line.
You going to be in the studio soon?
Yeah, we just came out of the studio about a month ago. We're working on getting our latest tape together. This will be our second release. It's called Sign of the Times, and this showcases 6 of our original tunes. And we don't have a copy just yet. It'll actually be ready within the next week or so.
Waiting for the
And-
J cards.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Back in the Day, what you saw before, will be on that, as well as 5 other songs. And
It's a good tune, guys.
thanks.
Thank you.
It's
Thanks
got
a lot,
steps, it's
Bill.
got good. I like it. Okay, well, that's it. Thanks for being on the show. We really appreciate it. Hope you guys want to come back, right?
Sure.
Sure,
Sure.
Bill.
We'll know.
Anytime.
Thanks for
Glad
having
to
us.
have you. We can
Thank
get this
you.
new tape together. We'll sit down
You'll
and
get
talk
one. You'll
about
get a
it sometime.
copy.
That's cool. All right. Thanks, guys.
$3.95. For you, yeah. For you.
Discounted price. All right.
Discount price.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much,
Thanks.
Bill.